Hello, and welcome to another edition of Ben Wilkoff Debriefs the Transition. Today, I'd like to talk about a classroom observation that I was privileged enough to see over at Fulton. This was a third grade classroom, and they were doing some poetry. And the part of the lesson that I saw was where the teacher asked all of the students to close their eyes and remember a time when someone read a poem or even a story out loud to them. And they were supposed to imagine where they were sitting and how they felt, what they were thinking about. And they were trying to conjure up all of the things that they feel and think, and open up their poet senses, their poetic senses. And it really got me thinking just how much value there is in placing yourself in a situation that you want to be doing later on. Actually imagining yourself either in success or in a time where you have had success in the past, right? So they were imagining being read aloud and enjoying the experience, and they created a bubble map, and it was fairly typical fare. It wasn't revolutionary, but it was a lovely lesson in that the students understood what it meant to be a poet, what it meant to be a listener, what it meant to be a learner. And it kind of made me think about if we need to have learners' senses. So she talked about turning on a switch. So is there a way that we can place ourselves or someone else into, I mean, I guess it's a growth mindset, right? But it is a learner's sense where imagine yourself when you are learning, where you are growing, where you are creating. Imagine yourself in that place. Where are you? Are you in your house? Are you at your desk? Are you in a school working with a teacher? Imagine yourself there. What does it feel like to learn? What does it feel like to create or to do amazing work with a teacher or even just to teach? What does it feel like? What are you thinking about? And so it really got me thinking that that I don't place myself enough in those places or in those spaces of success, and thinking about what does that feel like to do something extremely well, and how do I talk about that in order to create the right environment for me to be able to do that, right? How can I talk about turning on my learner senses where I am aware of what it takes in order to really learn in that environment or to create in that environment. So that's what I'm thinking about. It's not a real long one today, but I did want to share that little moment and talk about how I wonder if we might need to look at our transition as placing ourselves into a new space that is similar to, but not the same as, our old space, and being able to turn on a learner's or a creator's or a collaborator's sense, and being able to talk about how it makes us feel, how we think about it, um, uh, what it is like in order to be successful in that transition. So I hope you have a great day of teaching, learning, leading, and creating. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.